There's a massive announcement coming up.
Is there?
Yes.
Oh.
Top 5 Manchester United transfer fees paid in our club's history. Caz has done very well there. Really impressed. Because you always say to me, don't do this. Greg's sausage roll. It's favourite takeaway that we have between us.
The Foodcast is over.
Yeah.
But we've won the Charity Shield. You're going to say we've won a trophy this season.
10 hard, well.
Yeah, 10. Would you?
Another question for you going into that game.
I love all these questions today. Oh, drum roll.
Everyone who's available. Best team, best 11.
Oh, God, this is a tough one.
All right, Caztona.
Caztona.
I love how they all, the private group we've got, moderators for the channel all have little names for you and they're all Man United related or football related.
We came up with a few actually after Caztona. I don't know why. I think someone in one of your chats wrote Cas for Casemiro, and then I thought someone was referring to me as Caz.
There is another Caz in the chat. It's spelled K-A-S, C-A-S. I keep seeing it come up.
Yeah, I know there's a Kazi with a K.
Yeah,
so every time I hear it, I like to turn around thinking someone.
I know. If you've got it, that just shows that you've got it in the background. You're potting around. You're not actually watching.
No, I do. You know,
no,
you keep telling me off lately because like I'll say, "Oh, you didn't talk about that," and you'll be like, "I did 5 minutes on it when you're not listening," and I'll be like, "Well, I was listening, but sometimes." So you get that involved in the conversation that, no offense, but I'm not actually really listening.
You've on the money with everything. Like, she sends me information over, don't you? And all like updates while things are going on in case something happens while I'm live.
Yeah.
You just send me the odd notification
or
for
if you've missed something I think's important.
And literally, like that moment there, then it's like, I'll get it, ping, ping, ping. You forgot to mention this, you forgot to mention this. I'm like, I've just been talking 5 minutes about it. She's not watching.
I'm just making sure. No, but you did one today. You said about Dillit. You said Dillit won't be a first team player. And I knew what you meant, but you'd said it on the morning show as well. And I was like, oh, obviously he's a first team player. He's not going in the reserves, is he? So you were kind of saying, like, if he starts behind Euro, that he won't be a starter.
Yeah.
But you just kept saying, won't be a first team player. So I messaged you and, oh, by the way, you've said Dillit isn't a first team player. I think you mean starting 11. Then you actually brought it up and said, sorry for everyone who's asking. I don't mean that it won't be a first team player. It just won't be a first team player. And I thought, so I said, no, Adam, like, I actually had to type in, if Euro's not playing, he's still a first team player. Can you imagine Dillit over there now and he hears you saying he's not a first team player? He's not going to come.
Dillit's listening to FUTV constantly for his updates.
I think people listen.
He's in for his updates, like I say to everyone.
He'd probably get more off you.
He does.
Speaking of which, can I just bring this up? I think people genuinely think you're in charge of who we buy because obviously the last few days there's not been a lot of news stories. It's been minor updates. And you're getting a lot of criticism, Adam, for not bringing us a Here We Go. So can you just sort it out?
I know, but it's honestly, in the YouTube world, it's like the community is there, the community expects. The community expects you to bring them something. They've read everything. A lot of people read it. A lot of people, what they do, they can't be arsed looking at all the news. And the go-to is the likes of me talking about United as a fan, bringing up all of the news that they don't. They want someone else to talk about and then just communicate and listen with everyone else and give their opinions. But when you don't bring them anything positive, they start getting angry and aggy. And it seems to like turn across to you. And it's like, whoa. Like, it's not my fault.
I don't have anything to do with it. I'm just reading the news.
You see it more though, because you're in the chat and you're constantly speaking to people in the chat, and I can see it, and like the messages go so quick. You can't catch everyone's. There's ones that catch your eye, and then later on you'll tell me, or the group will tell me, like, God, that was pretty toxic in there today, wasn't it? And it's impossible to please everybody, but like, it feels like you said, like, oh, God, I'm looking through news. I'm like, they're not going to be happy today.
Sometimes we have had like certain days where we say, there's absolutely nothing new today. Should we do a lunchtime show? And I think we've got to the point where it's like, well, how many people are going to be disappointed if we don't do a show? So then it's the balance of like, I understand there's not major breaking news, but still there's so many people that just love that lunchtime catch up with each other that you feel like you're taking something away if you don't do it.
It feels like we are part of something real now. It really does. It feels like you're part of people's lives. And you know what? There's always something to talk about, because whereas in other shows where they're really busy, you don't get a chance to go into detail and get some really great comments of people, really insightful people who know a lot more than what I do as well. I don't claim to be the be all and end all, unlike some people on YouTube.
Do you know what I think will be better for you, actually? Because I am a little bit sick of like transfer season, because it is a bit like that.
Everyone
it's a bit
gets that way.
monotonous.
Everyone gets
I
that
think
way.
because you're such a good talker and you know your football inside out. I think when the season starts and you do your more kind of insightful videos where you're like bringing up a subject or a topic, like, you know, does this midfield work, or, you know, we're going through a game at the weekend.
Content?
Yeah, actual football content. I feel like that's when people will enjoy that more.
The thing is, like, it's like supply and demand. What people want right now and what they demand is transfers.
Yeah.
They want to know everything. They want to know before they sit down and start watching United this season, what chance have they got? The mindset of a football fan at this time of year is needing to know who is gone, who is come in. Am I impressed in my own head with what's been done? Am I convinced by what's been done that's going to make my season and my viewing pleasure or whatever, watching football for the next 8 months, any better than what it was before? They want to know that and need to know that before they commit to a season. And it's setting them expectations up for themselves. They're programmed in to just want to know about transfers. And it's getting a little bit restless amongst the fan base.
Yeah, I think we need a here we go. But I have actually got an idea on how you could get it.
Just make one up.
People will say you've already done that. But
I didn't know.
No, you didn't. But why don't we tell everyone, if they're that desperate, say you get like a really big one where there's like 1,200 in the chat, if every single person does a certain amount of super chat.
Yeah, we'll fund it.
We'll club in and get delete off someone who's cheapest, who can afford.
Mascherano is probably the cheapest one, but I think Wan-Bissaka going for 18 million, like we said earlier on today, is probably going to cover that.
Yeah.
Good playoff, right price, good business buy Ineos. I still can't understand people saying that the Glazers have just employed Ineos as a puppet, or that Ineos are the same as the Glazers. I cannot get through to people. They've got their own mindset. No matter how much you explain it, what they've done, what situation and circumstances they're in, it doesn't matter to them.
No.
They just got it in their head that they are just as bad, and they won't change. Yeah. They won't change.
We'll just have to see how it goes.
But transfer windows have been hampered. I've got a little bit of a quiz for you. I've got a challenge.
You mentioned this quiz, right? I actually think...
It's not actually a quiz. It's just a little mini challenge.
I'm not good at quizzes because I've got no memory at all. Like, heading the ball a few times has destroyed me.
How many people do you reckon will listen to this and try and figure it out themselves before going on Google?
I wish they could come and help me. But I was just thinking, you know, the transfer fees now, because obviously years ago they were going up and up and up. I feel like that's really steadied off now because of FFP and everything. But
FFP
there used to be something huge.
FFP is good because you want your club. You don't want to be like Bury down the road with no club anymore. You don't want to be like Bolton Wear, nearly going out of business, only down the road again.
We might be playing at Gig Lane next Sunday, actually.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good for you. We'll talk about you in a minute.
It depends, apparently.
Get away, dog. Go on. Get away.
The dog loves Adam, but Adam doesn't love the dog.
Right now, he's been a bad dog, honestly. Yeah, get back in your bed now. There he goes.
Why does he just listen to you?
Because he knows he's been bad. Right, anyway. Transfer fees, you said then they hit a high. United hit that high because we were the idiots that were spending all the bleeding money. Top 5 Manchester United transfer fees paid in our club's history. And I mean history, I mean pretty much, well, the likes of Ed Woodward and Murto and Co were in situ. To give you a bit of a
Okay, so this is
idea.
The actual question. So that I've got to say the top 5
you just
transfer
in no
fees.
order to see if you know any that are in top 5. Let's see. I've got my pen, I've got my mark. Guess number. I'll give you 5 guesses at different players.
Oh, okay.
You choose, and let's see if any of them are in the top 5.
Right. I wish you could help me on this. I'm rubbish. I'm going to start with Anthony.
Good guess.
Have you got the answers right there?
I've got them right here.
We have sound
Anthony. We'll get Josh to edit sound effects in. Top 5 Manchester United transfer fees paid in our club's history. I'll give you 5 guesses at different players.
Oh, okay.
You choose, and let's see if any of them are in the top 5.
Right, I wish you could help me on this. I'm rubbish. I'm going to start with Anthony.
Good guess.
Have you got the answers right there?
I've got them right here. Guess number 1, Anthony is 3rd highest. Do you want to know the price?
Was it 70?
95 million euros.
What is
It's in euros. About 80, that, isn't it?
Right, okay.
Okay, so you've got straight in at number 3. That is a good guess. What's this game show like? You're looking at the bleeding screen.
No, I can't see it for me.
I don't know. I don't trust you. I'm going to bring it down here. Right, go on.
Oh, God, I'm so
You've got
rubbish.
4 more guesses. What's this game show like? Where you just crossed them off. This is like a game show.
Right, in recent times,
I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Someone in the chat will tell us what this game show's like. Go on.
I can feel the pressure coming on me.
4 more guesses.
Harry Maguire.
Boom, number 2. Get in there. Caz knows her stuff. Harry Maguire is number 2. Now, a lot of people who follow United over the last decade will know most of these, but very good, because you always say you don't know a lot and you get stuck. So
I'm going to get stuck after this next one.
87 million euros for Mr. Slabhead.
Right.
Third guess.
Jadon Sancho.
Sancho is in at number
1.
4.
No.
Yeah. 85 million euros bought from Dortmund in 2021.
Did we pay for Ronaldo?
Nope.
I don't think we did.
You're missing number 1 and number 5, and you've got 2 more guesses.
Pogba.
You've done well. You've already done well. Pogba, you've got it. Number 1.
Have I?
Paul Pogba.
I'm doing better than I thought.
Wow.
So I've got 1 more to go.
Paul Pogba, number 1, 105 million euros.
Jesus Christ.
5. You've got 4 out of 4. You've named the
Are you
first
proud
4.
of me?
Well done.
Right,
well
okay,
well
it's
chuffed with
different.
that. Right, this one may scupper a few people. You have to think with this one.
Right. I'm thinking. Can I have a clue in terms of like what position they play?
Not the position. I will give you one clue.
Yeah.
Solskjaer was the manager. No, sorry. He wasn't the manager. I apologise. Completely wrong.
Sorry, Ollie.
Sorry, Ollie. He played for Ollie. Jose Mourinho brought this player in.
Oh, everyone will be shouting this now and I won't know who it is, and that's really annoying. Who did Jose Mourinho bring in?
You think over recent years, likes of Casemiro, what we paid for him. Big
But it was
money.
before
Di Maria, who we bought, mega money. All these big players. Rafael
I can't
Varane.
remember who Mourinho brought in. It was that long ago. Everyone's going to get annoyed now because it's taken me ages, but I really want to get it. It wasn't Van der Beek, was it?
That was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
I know.
No.
I think that.
Right, just think his second season. There's a second clue there. It was his second season.
What? Whose second season?
Jose's.
When he bought him.
And the other 2 players he bought in that window were Victor Lindelof and the man himself, Mr. Matic. And 1 more.
Mata.
No.
Right, I give up.
That was David Moyes.
I've had 6 guesses.
You have. It was
It's going to kill me, this.
Lukaku.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was the one.
Do you know what? Now I'm like, oh, yeah, but at the time I don't think I would have guessed it, to be fair.
No.
I'm taking my 4, and I got 1, 2, 3, and 4 as well.
You did well. Guys, how many did you get without looking at Google? Oh, but yeah, Caz has done very well there. Really impressed. Because you always say to me, don't do this. Don't put me on the spot and do a quiz.
It really stresses me out inside. You don't know what my anxiety is like after doing that.
Imagine you being on the stage and doing this.
No, thanks.
Or on someone else's podcast. And by the way, I'm invited to do a podcast.
Are you doing a
in
podcast
couple of
about me?
weeks. Yeah, somebody else's podcast. Expanding my work. I'm not going to say who or when. It's something totally different. So, yeah, we'll see when that happens. How people...
You won't enjoy it the
Take
same
it.
without me. Will you?
No, it's not. Because I'm not in control of it. I'm always hosting, so I'm never a guest, am I?
You're not hosting, you just think you are.
Oh, right, okay, right. What question would you have done top 5 then?
What, jump for tea?
Right, what are my options?
No, it's
Okay.
open.
Rank the top 5 teas that you
Yeah.
do. Your curry's number 1.
Which type?
Your,
Homemade staff curry.
the homemade staff curry.
Very flavourful.
Very flavoursome. Very, very good. Chili's excellent.
Is that 2? Is that number 2 though?
I don't know if it's number 2.
Right.
Definitely love the gyros that we do now. That's
Gyros.
as you call them. Caz calls gyros gyros. Still remember that night out. We was in Manchester and there's a little stall up in
Everyone will know it.
St. Peter Street in Manchester. If you know Manchester, you know St. Peter Street. It's where Dirty Martini is, and bit of Peaky Blinders and all that. But there's a little stall there anyway. Everyone goes and eats. And she goes like that. Oh, look, they do gyros there. And I was like, what? Are you going cashing in? Goulash.
I've given up trying to say it now, so I'll just call them gyros.
I was actually laughing at myself for saying, what are you going cashing in here?
I know, bless you. You thought that was funny.
Little dad joke. I made it funny.
Right, you've not finished. You got.
So yeah, I'd say right at the moment they're number 2.
Okay, you're enjoying them, aren't you?
Your spag balls are always great. Your curries are number 1 by a mile. What else have you done? Like your chicken burgers are good.
Yeah.
Homemade chicken burgers are great.
Like going to do BLT as well, don't you?
Yeah, BLT, very nice. We've not done one of them for a while. Give me an idea for lunch. That's good. What do you mean?
You had lunch, hadn't you? I got you a sausage roll from Greg's.
Greg's sausage roll.
It's school holidays, so I got roped into Greg's before, so I thought I'll buy 4 and you can have 1.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's no ordering them. I love them all, really.
Thanks.
Order all. What's favourite takeaway that we have between us?
I'm always going to say Indian.
Yeah, that Italian one we have is nice. Look, everyone goes on about me going too much about food, so
The Foodcast is over.
Yeah, let's not get into it too much. But no, in terms of Manchester United, we talked about transfers. Pre-season is over. Whoop, thank God. Nightmare. I hate pre-season. It is a commercial sham, basically.
Did you get a good feeling when they were coming back from the tour? Like, oh, I'm glad that's done.
Yeah, massive. Like, knowing that they're back at Carrington today, Ten Hag, looking at all the other players, everyone's back on Wednesday, getting over the jet lag. And it just feels good that we're counting down to the Manchester derby this weekend. Proper football.
As much as I was happy that they were coming back, I'd seen someone who was like irrelevant that had tweeted something like, the Man United squad will return home after the game. And I was like, no shit, Sherlock. They're not going to stay in America, are they?
God, yeah. I think you can all guess who that person might work for as well. Hint, hint. Yeah, but the fans are restless. But I think once football starts, they can feel like there's a little shift in conversation now to like how we're setting up.
I think people are already starting to worry for Ten Hag, whether that's because you like him or if you don't.
Very true.
I'm sensing that a lot at the minute.
Yes, you feel it, don't you? Like, wait until
it's like the people who don't the people who are really in favour of Ten Hag, I can find them already kind of trying to find some excuses for him. So I'd say it's how I see it. And then some people just going in a bit already on him, which even as someone with the opposite opinion, I feel like is a bit harsh right now. Like,
well, you got to look at it.
You got to wait and see, haven't you?
I know pre-season. I'm experienced in going on tour. I know what pre-seasons are like, and this tour has been no different to the other 2. And we set off horrendously in both of them last pre-seasons.
It mean nothing, don't they? Plus, so many players away with the Euros and everything.
Yeah, honestly, I'm glad in a way. Like the Euros, I didn't like it. But with having so many of our key players away, not being involved in pre-season, I'm actually quite happy that they had a good break.
One thing I will say, though, I am glad, but Luke Shaw, for me, someone said this the other day, and I totally agreed. It's like he didn't play all season. He went with England for the Euros, and what did he play, like two games, like 2 half games or something? And I get that, obviously, for him on a personal level, he might say, well, I want some time with my family now because he's not had that. But he's still not back. Like I think he comes back like today or this week sometime, and I don't know. It's not the best look, is it?
He's under orders. At the end of the day, look.
But do you not think he could have said, "I'm going to come back early"?
I understand. No.
You're not going to say no, are you?
I do. I get everything you're saying. I get the person who brought it up because it clicks in your head. You're like, "Hey, you fucking bastard!" Like,
he's coming back at the same time as Bobby.
No,
doesn't seem right, does it?
But yeah, there's rumours coming out that he could be in line to start on this weekend's game against on Saturday. So him and Mainu are in contention. Like Ten Hag's now in there training, looking at the players that were on international duty. And when you look at all the players, there are actually quite a lot of them there. So it's going to be interesting to see. But that's one question I wanted to ask, actually, because we haven't bought a midfielder yet. And our mate, dare I say it, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful way or anything, but Chubby Miro.
Oh, but he's not chubby anymore.
Yeah, but he's still not very good.
I know. I'm a bit gutted from actually, because you can see, this is what I think, just from knowing absolutely nothing about him, but just looking from the outside in, I think he's gone, do you know what? my legs haven't gone. I'm going to get really fit. I'm going to turn up to pre-season. I'm going to absolutely smash it. And I'm going to have a comeback. And I think that's his mindset. But from all accounts, it's not translated on the pitch. So.
He's going to get plenty of sympathy from us, the old guard. Because we both, you play football now. You had your first game back.
I was Casemiro yesterday.
You came up against a very, very young, good team yesterday and got spanked, basically.
Wanted to ground them all.
Yeah. Casemiro, like, coming into 32, in that position with that much responsibility, you can see why Ten Hag's desperate for midfield. But I feel so sorry for him. He's an absolute class act of a player.
That's what I mean.
And to see someone like that getting the shit is really affecting a few people.
I feel like people get on players' backs, and I feel like he's someone that you can't actually get on his back because he's trying. He's got the right attitude and everything.
You disagree with what I'm saying now if you want, but I think a lot of Manchester United fans right now want Casemiro to go because they don't want to hate him.
Yeah, I know.
They want him to go because they know what an absolute pro he is, how good he was. He's a legend who's won everything. You don't want to see someone deteriorate in front of your eyes on the biggest stage.
I am listening to you, but the parasols all over the place out there. Has it gone windy? I don't know. It's like swung all the way back.
It's all right.
Might knock Dorothy out next door if it goes any further.
Doors off. Watch what you read. No, we're all right. We'll be okay. Don't worry.
Our two neighbours, Dorothy and Beryl, you call them Dozza and Bezza.
Yeah, proper mank. I actually
They're not proper mank.
No, but we are proper mank names. But we've gone from Casemiro to pensioners on the street somehow. Well, how have we managed that? You drifted again. Is this what happens when you're actually watching the stream? You drift away.
Yeah.
Is it 10 minutes black?
32, really. I know it's old footballers, but it feels so young to me.
It does to us. I got a decade on him.
Yeah.
And you. Yeah, but in your game yesterday, going back to that, like, I was like watching all the team warm up, and I came over to you and I went, that number 7, number 9 there, they look, you can tell by the way they move.
Yeah, you stressed me out already before they even started.
But I did tell you, like, funny this is like, and you didn't mean it either. I said, I walked up to you as you was walking on the pitch, and I said, you know what I'm going to say? Let them know that you're there.
Yeah.
10 seconds in, you said someone flying, like a young fullback. You didn't even mean it. I was like, okay, yeah.
Because you know what? I get this reputation of being like, I don't know, like, because I play on the wing, like, I don't put a tackle in, I don't get back. And I think I do.
You did. You got the scars for it today.
Yeah, I've got a sore knee.
Yeah, Paulie knee.
Like, I'm not going to jump up and, like, jump in the 6-yard box and head the ball in. I'm not that kind of player, but I'll leave a foot in.
Yeah, you've definitely done that a few times. But no, I was proud of you. Like, you hit the girl twice. One of them should have led to a goal, but you put it just wide. Unfortunately.
I skied one over as well.
Yeah, you need some shooting practice. Finding your feet in pre-season, that's what we're saying with United. So
do you know what? At the end, I went on a run and I took 2 plays on and I did the box and then just like hit it over.
No, it went wide.
Did it go wide? But it's because I'd been on a run and then I took 2 plays on the box, and when you're just not fit yet, like you're fit but you're not match fit.
Yeah.
And my legs were like just giving way underneath me, so by the time I shot it, I had nothing left.
It was actually a decent effort. The keeper wouldn't have saved it. Was on
They've
time.
gone it and it'd have been a great goal. But...
It would have been the goal of the game. And you got beat 4-0. And that was a team from the Prem, though, won it. So you got to look at that and say,
yeah,
you're in Division 1, just promoted to Division 1. That was a Premier League side. And you held your own for a good 65 minutes.
Well, I think we were all disappointed when we came off, but apparently their manager said otherwise. Spoke to you guys, didn't they?
He did. He was saying there he expects you to really compete for the title in Division 1. Back-to-back promotions.
Because they played a team who we got promoted with last season. We came second in the league, they came first, and they beat them 9-0.
They haven't got a goalkeeper like yours, though.
Yeah, don't say that.
No, but
and Adam,
she did have a good game.
Sneaking into the coaching staff on my team, aren't you?
Just doing some inspirational talks here and there.
Inspirational,
yeah.
What have you inspired people with?
Smash them. Yeah, hit them. Go through them. No, honestly though, it's just like little tips here and there.
Yeah.
But I've seen it, and it's hard to not say things without sounding really disrespectful, but you just you look at someone and then you turn around to another player and you get that nod, and it's like, I know what you're trying to say, but it's not going to work.
What do you mean?
Football IQ goes, it's like the 70% of the game. Understanding, reading the game is everything, and sometimes people just haven't got it.
Yeah, it was like when I was hanging back from not defending the corner, and you were like, "Yeah, don't go and defend the corner." And then someone on the side said, "Yeah, but go and stand there in the middle." And I was like, well, "How would I go and stand?" And then you told her, didn't you?
Yeah, just no, stand out the way. Let them think about you. If you're not going to defend, then get out the box and defend a different way by making that forward think, I can't go that far because she's on her own there. It puts the element of doubt in their head. So you have to be clever in football. Sometimes there are certain levels that don't understand it. It's coming, and you're starting to build a really good team. And I think you'll be fine.
There's going to be quite a bit of competition for places. I've seen this season.
It's going to be really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how that actually pans out. It's going to be entertaining as well.
There was something came yesterday because it was a bit kicking off at the end.
Yeah, there was. But it's grassroots football at any level. You're going to get that. People are not happy if they don't play. People are not happy if they don't play in a certain position. Not happy if you don't score. Do you know what? It's what it is. It's grassroots. It's grassroots. I'm really looking forward to football. I was really happy to be back on the side of a pitch.
I know you was more excited for my match than I was, I think.
Yeah, just to get back into some sort of normal football routine.
We're away in Liverpool next Sunday. Are you coming?
Yeah. We'll be there for that one. But, I mean, football is football. Looking forward. This weekend should be good because we got the Community Shield. Mm-hmm. Man City. There's a question for you.
Oh, here we go.
Is the Community Shield Charity Shield? Still call it Charity Shield.
I call it Charity Shield.
Is it a trophy?
No, it's a good pre-season game.
It's not a trophy then. So winning the league and winning the FA Cup to get into that position isn't counted for anything.
Not for me.
Really?
No.
You literally, it's like celebrating winning the league.
So at the end of the season, if Ten Hag finishes 6th and we don't win the FA Cup and we don't win anything else and we finish 6th, but we've won the Charity Shield, you're going to say we've won a trophy this season?
Ten Hag will.
Yeah, Ten Hag will. Would you?
I say the Charity Shield.
I think it's embarrassing if you have to say we won a trophy and it's Charity Shield.
You've earned the right to be in that game by winning something.
I know, but it's just not. It's just not.
It's one for the comments to let us know what they think.
It's a pre-season trophy. We'll go with that.
No, because they're
it's not a competitive trophy.
United won a trophy in San Diego.
Do you know what? I want to do a poll on this because I actually think people would agree with me more.
I know. I understand everyone saying it, but I can't.
Do you think it's a trophy though, or are you just like
yeah, you lift it up at Wembley.
You lift it up.
You don't get anything for it, but it's like recognition that you was one of the best last season. You're fighting the other best of last season in a one-off game.
But it's not a trophy, is it?
It goes in the cabinet, and it's there as an honour on United's wall of honour. So it has to be, does it not?
Yeah, but it's not. All right then.
I know where you're
in terms of what the fans count it as. Like for me, if any of our like competitors' teams. So at the end of the season, we won the Charity Shield and you didn't. I'd be like, oh yeah.
Arsenal fans were fighting that when they won it last season, gone, saying they won a trophy.
That's very Arsenal though, isn't it?
I think United City can say it's a trophy because we won the FA Cup and City won the league. Mm-hmm. Arsenal didn't win any trophy to get into it, to win it. I'm
excited because it's a game, it's at Wembley and it's against City.
It's a Manchester derby. You want to win it because it's a derby. Another question for you going into that game.
I love all these questions today. Oh, drum roll.
Everyone who's available, best team, best 11.
Oh, God, this is a tough one.
With the injuries. So you forget about Rasmus, as it is now. So you know Rasmus is out, Euro's out, but everyone else is fit. It's a
difficult question, isn't it? Because you've got Xerxes, but then we've not seen him. And I don't know. I don't know how fit he is because he's not played all summer, so he's not had any pre-season games.
I'll just drop a little sub-question in then before that.
Yeah.
Xerxes, Rashford, Bruno or Sancho up front. Do you want to play there? We played there all last season. Or do you want an option of 3 other players that have United can't figure out who's best in it?
In normal circumstances, it would 100% be Xerxes. But when did he actually last play a game? When did he last play a game?
Oh, he came on for 5 minutes in the Euros against us.
He's not even had any pre-season. So I think to start him would be unfair on him as well.
But then again, he's had no pre-season, but neither of any of the international players coming back for only 4 weeks.
No, but players like Bruno and Kobe, they were all playing all through the Euros every game. Xerxes hasn't played any of the Euros.
But he trained in the Euros.
Different, as we know.
I know that, but
for someone who's just tries to play
I get what you're saying.
So you starting Xerxes?
I would start him and give him an hour. Yeah.
And I'm not going to be upset if we do. I just don't know.
Well,
if that's the best.
Let's start from the back then. Obviously, you've got Onana.
Yeah. The defense.
What's your back four?
The defense worries me massively.
Look, I'm going to tell you now. Everyone is fit in our defence in the whole squad, apart from Yoro and Malacia. Pick your team, because they're all up for being picked for this game now.
Luke Shaw, Martinez, Johnny Evans. Is he fit?
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Evans over Maguire and Victor.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that. I think a lot of people would agree on that. You wouldn't go slabhead.
I wouldn't, because I think he has actually been carrying something. He didn't play in the last game. Lindelof, not just because you hate him. Like, I don't hate him. I just don't really rate him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just got this feeling that him and Martinez isn't the one.
Here's your difficult question. No, midfield. Well, one position is difficult. I think the other two take care of themselves.
A lot of it's going to depend what happens this week, isn't it? Because if Scott looks like he's on his way out,
Scott's got a chance of starting anyway, even if he stays.
Yeah, but then would you risk that? I feel like we've got to stop risking these players who are on the way out.
Especially in a derby.
Yeah.
Takes one little tackle.
And he loves the derby, Scott McTominay.
Yeah, one tackle. Who are you going for then? So who's in front of the back four? Chubby?
It probably is going to be, unfortunately.
Chubby Mero in at 6. Who's at 8?
Cobby, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then Bruno, probably. So them 3.
On paper, it's not looking bad though, is it?
It is not, but I just feel like Cobby and Bruno can't really play their game with Casemiro.
Well, there you've gone there. You've given yourself an easier option now, because you've got Bruno at 10, which is an option away from 9. So effectively, you've got 3 people to choose from for 9. Interesting one is going to be who plays on the wings, because I know you love Anthony and Sancho.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to take Anthony and Sancho out, isn't it? And then we've got Rashford. Oh my God. No, them 3 can sit on the bench for me. Ahmad. And I mean, I don't know actually who's been, because the left's so difficult, isn't it? Who's been playing on the left?
Do you think Rashford?
Probably it's going to be Rashford, isn't it?
Rashford and Sancho for the left, it is. But Ahmad start. Do you reckon Ahmad is going to get his chance this season? Do you reckon he's done enough?
I do think he's going to get his chance this season. I actually think.
Who comes out?
I think,
in general,
and I think I've said this before, Garnacho's gutted he's not been there, because I think he thinks he's currently lost his place to Ahmad. And I'm a believer in, you have to play the players who've earned the right to play there. And that's what I think Eric didn't do last season. So a player would come in, like Palestra would come on sometimes for 10 minutes and change the game and play really, really well, and then not start the next game. And for me, that's wrong. So I think if Ahmad starts, and then Garnacho's got to take his position off him. Ahmad's got to maintain that level, because if he drops off, he knows Garnacho's back in. But that, for me, that's what breeds then that everyone being at the top of the game, because they know they've got to be at the top of the game.
Exactly that. But this just proves that if Ten Hag doesn't pick certain players that have been on pre-season, then Manchester United and pre-season, the tour, is a complete sham.
It is.
What's the point of it if you're not going to use it and play players?
I don't think he's going to start Garnacho on the right and drop Ahmad. I don't for a second think.
Imagine if he did.
But if he did that, then I'd just be straight back on his back again, because I don't like that. I don't like it. Like, he has more than earned his place, and I think
he's been the best player in pre-season.
Yeah,
he finished the season the strongest out of any of our forwards. I think we've all got to agree with that.
Yeah.
And if Ten Hag doesn't start him, do you know what? Charity Shield. It's because it's City and it's like big spectacle. But I'm looking more towards Fulham. We'll probably talk about this after the game on Monday when we do the next podcast. But looking ahead to the Fulham game, I'm more interested who starts that, because everyone would have had a shout then, because it's 2 weeks from now. And everyone who we're talking about who hasn't been on tour is in the equation for the starting lineup.
I need players to get game time, and this is still a friendly.
Yeah. You could say, if you're looking at it like you are, it's not a trophy, it's not important. How serious do they take it? City don't win it. Yeah. Like, every time they play it, they don't win it, but then they go on and win the league.
I still think Ahmad has to start, but I do think, obviously, Garnacho, I mean, why not start him on the left?
I tell you who I think it'll be. I think he'll play Leacher. I think he'll play Maguire. I think it'll be...
if Maguire's fit.
I think if we make signings, I'm going to say this now, if we make signings this week, I think we may see Mazraoui and Dalot both play at full-back. Dalot on the left.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to play Luke Shaw yet.
I think he will play Luke Shaw.
I hope he does. I know what you're saying. I think he will. But I think Ahmad will play. Rashford's nailed on. I don't like it at all. And I think he'll play Sancho ahead of Xerxes. And we'll have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's front three.
Sancho will not work up front against Man City. So.
He's going to play him there. I think he is. I think he'll interchange him with Rashford. They'll swap left and middle. I'm
not going to criticise him if he does, only because I do think we are short of options, but I do also think that won't work.
I pray he plays Xerxes because he's a handful. 6'4" beast of a man.
Well, he needs a game.
He's not going to get bullied.
Sancho does.
He ain't going to get bullied anyway, so he'll give Diaz a go.
Let's not forget. Unit, doesn't he?
Yeah, City have got a few players as well that they've asking the same questions about.
Yeah,
they've got a lot of players. So
I'm excited now. I want the game to be on.
That's it. Football is
Saturday
coming back.
As well. That stumps you.
I kept saying it on my streams. You kept messaging me, Adam.
That's another thing I had to keep messaging.
The Community Shield's on Saturday. It's on Saturday. Stop saying Sunday, but the Community Shield's always been on a Sunday. It
has.
But I'm happy about that.
But someone in the chat actually asked me.
Because I was saying it was Sunday.
Neil or Henry, I think. So I said, I'll check now. And I was surprised with myself. It was Saturday.
And the launch of the Watch Along season.
Woohoo.
Yes.
I actually had my TIFO t-shirt on before.
Honestly, guys. Honestly, people. There's a massive announcement coming up.
Is there?
Yes.
Oh.
Because you know why.
Is it massive or massive? Like,
no.
Huge deal?
Massive, because we might not be talking in the same... You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Shh, you can't say anything.
Yes. But I tell you what, though. I'm going to get on to Wally after we finish with this. I want a meeting to know what's going to happen.
If there is an update on that.
Yes. I'm going to ask on updates for everything because I know what's coming for the watch-along experience. And that's what I want to talk about the most because I know...
I'm dying to know now.
It looks so good. It looks mint. Mancunian for great.
I really want to tell everyone and be sneaky, but I can't, can I?
You can't hold a secret, you can you? Anyway,
on
that note, right, okay, episode 15.
Oh, we don't know, had it?
That went really, really quick. That's the longest podcast we've done.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Honestly.
Oh, I said guys.
See.
I'm sorry, everyone.
It's infectious. People, everyone, dudes, dudettes, bobs.
Not people, not dudes, not dudettes. Definitely not dudes.
What the hell am I supposed to say?
Everyone.
Oh, that's boring.
When you say people...
Yes,
Do you know what? Me and the kids were laughing at the other day. We could hear you finishing the stream and you went, Adam's out. And
I haven't got any control over what happens at the end of the show.
When you came down, we kept going, Adam's out.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm out of here. I'm
out of here.
Watching too much YouTube.
We're out of here.
Honestly, I think I pick it up off the kids' ones because they're all the ones that you like. God.
Kids are laughing at you, sorry.
Yeah, anyway, that is episode 15 done.
We are out of here.
We are out. Get your comments in, guys. Let us know. In terms of what I asked Caz, transfers, United's best 11 right now. Is the Community Shield an actual trophy? That's what we want to know as well. How serious do you take the Community Shield? And we will see you all after the Community Shield next week when United are picking up their first trophy in the season.
We'll see.